Welcome back to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm Grillmastah, and today we have Fiery Bird. Fiery Bird appears to be almost like a phoenix sitting in a tree, but it appears to be burnt out. The armor and weapon for Fiery Bird are right here on Robertus. It is white damage, and it does do long range damage. But there is a trick to actually get this weapon, as you cannot get the weapon from here. When you send an employee in who is 3 all across the board, instinct is high, insight is low, attachment is common, and repression is common. Once upon a time, the legend said, those who obtain Fiery Bird's feather will be granted with both fortune and trials. Sometimes, Fiery Bird heals wounded employees. Fiery Bird might be happy if employees act like they're hunting for Fiery Bird. When you get good on this abnormality, it actually decreases the Quelth counter, so it is a very common and pretty easy to get to escape abnormality. The lower the Quelth counter drops, the more that the screen actually proceeds to seem like it's on fire inside the actual unit. When Fiery Bird does end up escaping, it turns into a full phoenix. The person inside the containment unit will actually have their eyes burned unless they are wearing this outfit itself. Fiery Bird will proceed to fly around throughout the entire containment area that they're in, and then they will, if hit, it will proceed to start darting very quickly across. A good solution to this, I found, is to use slow on it to make sure it slows down. And the best solution to make sure that you win this has been make sure that you don't have any abnormalities that escape when clerks die. Or pick off the clerks with bullets. And then just call in the bunnies. After a certain amount of time, though, if it does escape, you can just get your employees out of there, and it will go back into the containment unit after it's walked around for a little while. But anybody in the hallway will receive red damage just simply from existing there. Unfortunately, currently, I cannot call the bunnies in, because there is not enough space in this area. You have to make sure you have enough space before you go to try this. When fighting Fiery Bird yourself, the most damage it will do is actually as it crosses the room itself. And once it hits the point where it starts returning to its containment unit, you can't even hurt it anymore. It doesn't even appear as any sort of thing that you can interact with. You just have to wait till it goes back. So again, you just won't want people in there. But like I said, the easiest way to take this thing down is just by using the bunnies. The bunnies will take it down pretty quickly, especially if you use the slow on it. Because then they will, as it's darting across, they'll slow down, slowly moving, and just getting shot by all the bunnies. If you use it in this specific containment zone, though, it has a tendency to break the game. Every other place has been fine, but this area in particular over here, when you get that section, it will break the game more often than not. And when it returns back to its containment unit, the Quelth counter returns to 3, and it goes back to the way it looked in the first place. The story of Fiery Bird. Long time ago in the forest of Outside Land lived a bird. Its feathers were so grossly incandescent that it could swallow the blackest darkness. Many hunters wanted its feather. It was their pride and honor. There were many rumors about the bird, such as one where it was said that those who catch the bird will prosper through generations. Some even said one needs the feather to be a true hunter. Many hunters wanted its feather. It was their pride and honor. There were many rumors about the bird, such as the one where it said those who catch the bird will prosper throughout generations. Some even said one needs the feather to be a true hunter. Some said this feather is so strong that it can take the owner anywhere. Whatever it is, the bird was the symbol of adventure to people. The forest soon became full with people looking for the bird. There were not only hunters, but also adventurers and travelers. The once silent forest became crowded. People soon got bored with the rumors. They were no longer interested in the hunt. The lesser and lesser people visited the forest. When the bird finally became nothing but a legend, its eyes got blinded by severe pain. There was only a blind bird that has bright feathers left in the abandoned forest. After a long time, the bird found the new forest. Many people lived in the forest. The bird wanted their eagerness for a hunt so much that it burned up like its feathers. Those who succeeded in hunt were granted with the feather that countless hunters yearned. Caution is advised when the hunting season for fiery bird comes. Rash actions such as suppressing it are not recommended. It is also not recommended to hunt the bird to prove one's bravery. Remember those hunters who had to return with empty hands. Every employee thinks, I can catch it, just a little bit more. It takes courage to give up when needed. Management Tip 1. Quoth counter decreased when another abnormality from the fiery bird's department escaped. Management Tip 2. When the work result was good, quoth counter decreased. Management Tip 3. When the work result was moderate, quoth counter decreased by a low chance. Moreover, the lower quoth counter is, the damage employees take when working increased. Management Tip 4. When the work result was bad, quoth counter increased. Management Tip 5. Fiery bird granted light to employees who worked with a quoth counter was at 1. The employees' physical and mental health were healed and kept regenerating for a while. Management Tip 6. When the employee had less than 20% of their health, fiery bird granted the same light as above. Management Tip 7. When escaped, fiery bird returned willingly to its containment chamber after a short time. Fiery bird was aggressive from time it was damaged, and the employee whose HP or SP was 0 by fiery bird's attack died. When fiery bird is attacked, the eyes of the employee are burnt by the light emitting by the abnormality. The blind employee proceeded to work at half speed. Fiery bird cured the injured eye when the employee finished the work. So, when you go to fight fiery bird is when you get blinded. And going back in to work on it after it's back in its containment unit is how you can get cured from said blindness. Instinct is common on 1 through 4, high on 5. Insight is low all across the board. Attachment and repression are both common across the board. The weapon says that there is no weapon at all here, but you can get it by defeating it, and then you have to finish out the day. Like I said, the best way and the way that I managed to get all my weapons every time so far has been basically just by using the bunnies. You just have to make sure that the department it's in is available and you don't have any clerks or anybody in there at the time of using the bunnies. The armor is 0.6 endured to red, endured at 0.6 to white, and weak at 1.3 to black. Vulnerable to pale at 2. So it is good to use in the beginning part, but once you can start getting those all across the board types of things, this get down to 1.5. Those will be much better wall armors. The gift is 6% chance. I feel like it's significantly lower. This is the first time really that I've gotten it in a long time. SP is +2, movement speed +4, attack speed +4. So it is a good gift to have. Quoth counter is escape of 3, and it is 0.8 endured to red, 1.2 to weak to black, 0.4 resistant to white, and 2 vulnerable to pale. So pale is definitely the way to go, followed by black damage. And that has been Fiery Bird. Until next time.